Ulstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Well, hello everyone, and a good Saturday morning to you, and welcome to Hendrickson Field here in beautiful Enderlin, North Dakota, as today it is day number 2 of the 2025 Enderlin Baseball Classic right here on yourliveevent.com. 7 games, a full slate of action yesterday, starting at 9, going all the way late into the evening. We'll get you the recap a little bit later on here of the contests that took place yesterday, and we've got 5 more games coming here your way today from Enderlin in the Enderlin Baseball Classic, starting with the first game at 10:30. It is the Kindred Vikings taking on the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. There are 4 games after this. We'll also get you and preview the upcoming games all throughout the day here as well. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to the Enderlin Baseball Classic here on yourliveevent.com. Brady Siebel's with you here for the odd number games here today. Brent Dick will have the even numbered games 2 and 4 on the call right here on yourliveevent.com. This is our pregame show. Again, we'll give you a recap and a look ahead of the Enderlin tournament, get you the starting lineups, all that as we get ready for first pitch coming up on yourliveevent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Well, back here on yourliveevent.com, as you see the Kindred Vikings taking their warm-ups here, about 10 minutes from our first pitch here today, a scheduled 10:30 start time here, the Enderlin Baseball Classic. Some unique rules here for the Enderlin Baseball Classic. All games 5 innings or 90 minutes, whichever one comes first. You saw that yesterday, a couple games maybe going only 4 innings. Some games going 5 innings as well. So again, 90 minutes or 5 innings, whichever one comes first. And then there'll be a brief kind of chance for the teams to clear out, maybe do a little bit of field work. No warm-ups or infield to be taken in between games. So they try to limit it to about 15 minutes in between to try to keep that schedule going on time here. Let's take a look at the schedule here today. Again, the opening game at 10:30 will be Kindred taking on Hatton-Northwood. Second game, 12:15. Hatton-Northwood will stay on the field. They will take on Oaks. The 2 o'clock game is Hillsborough Central Valley taking on Oaks. 3:45, the Burros of Hillsborough Central Valley taking on Midway Minto. And the nightcap, Midway Minto stays on the field. They will take on the hosts of this event, the Enderlin Eagles. That is your schedule of events here for Saturday and day number 2. Again, 7 games yesterday, a full slate of action here from Enderlin, as we'll get you the recap from day number 1. It started off at 9 a.m. as the Lisbon Broncos, they defeated Maple River by a score of 19-1. Game number 2, Lisbon then improved to 2-0 on the day as they defeat Enderlin by an 11-1 score. Game number 3, the Hankinson Co-op, the Ball Stars, they defeat Maple River by a score of 7-4. Fourth game, Hillsborough Central Valley, they defeat Kindred by an 11-9 victory. And next game, the Ball Stars, they took a 6-4 victory against these Hatton-Northwood Thunder. Game number 6, Northern Cass walks it off. They win 4-3 against Hillsborough Central Valley. And the nightcap, the 7:30 game, a Region 1 counter played to 7 innings. Northern Cass defeats Enderlin 12-2 in 6 innings. That's a look ahead today, as well as a recap of day number 1. We'll take a break, get you our lineups when we return on YourLiveEvent.com.
You don't have to go alone. I will bring you through the storm. I will lift you up. No, you're not on your own. I will be the light that carries you through the storm. I will lift you up.
The Northern Cass Booster Club is here for all Jaguar students from academics, arts, athletics, and co-curricular activities throughout the school year. You can find more information or become a Northern Cass Booster Club member today by scanning the QR code on screen now, or follow the Northern Cass Booster Club on Facebook for updates throughout the year, or simply search for the Northern Cass Booster Club page on the Northern Cass School website. Go Jags!
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Managers and umpires meeting has concluded, as we're just about ready to start here for game number 1 on YourLiveEvent.com. Our umpires here for our first game here. Jake Schlecht will be behind the plate. Dan Hagen will be the base umpire. Let's take a look at your starting lineups here. We'll start with the batting order for the visitors on the scoreboard. Hatton-Northwood. Home and away is determined by the flip of a coin before the game. Hatton-Northwood will be the visitors. Kindred will be the home team. Batting order, the top of the order is for the Thunder. Will Ness, Weston Enger, and Alec Veer will be the top of the order. 4, 5, 6 will be Aiden Johnson, Drew Iverson, and Brody Johnson. Bottom of the order is Holden Holverson, Tyson Danzel, and Sawyer Housen. That is your batting order for the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. Out in the field for the Kindred Vikings, Tyler Grunwald is on the hill. Graham Hesse behind the plate. Yeah, that is your battery. Infielders, Eli Mack at first, Gabe Iverson at second, Carter Grunwald at short, and Sawyer Hesse is at third base. Outfield, right field is Jeremy Knight. Brady Baumgarten is in center, and Kylan Swenson is in left field. That is your starting lineup and defensive positioning there for the Kindred Vikings. We'll get the batting order and the defensive positionings for in the bottom half of the order, or in the bottom half of the inning. Again, this 5 innings, 90 minutes, whichever one comes first here on yourliveevent.com. As Grunwald finishing his warm-up pitches. Again, thank you for tuning in to yourliveevent.com. Thank you to all the sponsors that you will see in here throughout this broadcast. Of course, whenever possible, please patronize these businesses. At the very least, stop on in and tell them thank you, as without them, this coverage on yourliveevent.com would not be possible. The Kindred Vikings wearing the blue tops with the white stripe down the side, the white lettering, white numbers with white pants. Hatton-Northwood going with the black jerseys, white lettering across the chest, white numbers, and the gray pants. As we're ready to start our game here today, 10:26, so 4 minutes early. We'll take that here in the Enderlin Baseball Classic. As Will Ness take the first pitch, is a called strike one as our opening pitch at 10:26 here today. And outside, make it now 1-1 to Will Ness, the right fielder for the Thunder. Outside for ball 2, so 2-1. Arnold sets, delivers, and a chopper right back to the pitcher. He'll throw on to first, and in time for the out. So Grunwald able to field his position on to Mack for out number 1. So 1-3 on the putout for out number 1. Weston Anger to step in for the Thunder. Pitch on its way. That one is in the dirt for ball 1. Anger, the center fielder for the Thunder. Alec Veer on deck for Hatton-Northwood. One out in the top of the first. 1-0 pitch. Clips the top of the zone for a strike. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. The set and the delivery by Grunwald. And that one is fouled back out of play. It's a ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2. Grunwald see if he can get his first strikeout and get the second out of the inning. Delivery, and that one skips in the dirt for ball 2. Evens it up at 2-2. Again, 5 games for you. We'll have all 5 of them for you here today on yourliveevent.com. 2-2 on its way. That one is popped up. It'll stay in the infield. Who's going to call it? The pitcher will. And Grunwald will make the out for out number 2. So 2 down here in the top of the first. That will bring up the left fielder, Alec Veer, for the Thunder. First pitch of the at-bat is skipped in the dirt for ball 1. Bases empty, 2 outs in the top of the first. 1-0 pitch is a called strike. Evens it up now 1-1. Aiden Johnson, the shortstop, on deck for the Thunder. Should Veer reach. 1-1 pitch. Foul, then it will be a ball and 2 strikes. Grunwald 1 pitch away from a 1-2-3 first inning. Gets the sign. And the delivery, the 1-2 grounder right back to the pitcher. He'll walk it halfway, then flip it on to Mack to first, and it's 1-3 on the putout. And 1-2-3 go the Thunder in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on base. We go to the bottom of the first when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 201 Main Street, Hunter.
Going to the bottom half of inning number 1. Bottom of the first for the Kindred Vikings, the top of the order, Kylan Swenson, Graham Hess, Sawyer Hess, the top of the order. Carter Grunwald, Brady Baumgarten, and Tyler Grunwald, the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6. Bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9, Eli Mack, Jeremy Knight, and Gabe Iverson. That is your batting order for the Kindred Vikings. Out in the field for the Thunder of Hatton-Northwood goes as followed. Sawyer Housen is on the mound. Ronan Braun is behind the plate. That is your battery. Infielders, Drew Iverson is at first, Brody Johnson at second, Aiden Johnson the shortstop, Holden Holverson the third baseman. Outfield goes Will Ness in right, Weston Anger in center, and Alec Veer in left. That is your defensive positioning for the Hatton-Northwood Thunder here in the bottom half of the first. As again, it will be Swenson and Graham and Sawyer Hess. That is your due up for the Kindred Vikings here in the bottom half of inning number 1. Again, we started about 10:26. 10:26, 90 minutes or 5 innings, whichever one comes first here in the Enderlin Baseball Classic. Within common sense, if you've played about 85 minutes or so with the leading team due up to bat, if the home team is leading, then they'll just skip that in the fourth. Saw that happen yesterday as well. So Kylan Swenson to step up to the plate for Kindred here in the bottom of the first. First pitch at the knees, a called strike. 0-1 to Kylan Swenson. As Housen sets and hits him. So the first base runner of the game, a hit by pitch. So Graham Hess will go step up to the plate here with no outs and a runner on first. Pickoff throw to first, able to slide back in safely is Swenson. Housen, right-handed pitcher, working from the stretch, takes a look back at first. Now sets, and a throw back to first. Not in time, as Swenson able to slide back in safely. As Graham Hess at the plate, waiting for his first pitch of the at-bat. Set. And runner going as that one is behind Hess, and so Swenson will take second. So ball one, now a runner in scoring position for the Viking catcher. Both teams 0-1 yesterday as that one hits. Hess, so back-to-back hit by pitches. So now Sawyer Hess will step in for Kindred. As Braun will walk out to the mound, just try to give some words of encouragement to his pitcher. A stretch, and first pitch to Sawyer Hess has to duck out of the way. It's ball one. So no outs, a runner at first and second for the Kindred Vikings here in the bottom half of inning number 1. 1-0 pitch inside for ball 2, 2-0. So Swenson at second, Graham Hess at first, both of them on the hit by pitch. And that one skips in the dirt. Good block there by Braun. Able to keep it in front of him. Runners will stay put. However, that will be ball 3, so 3-0. Carter Grunwald, the shortstop, on deck for Kindred. Housen a look at second. And the 3-0. That one is low for ball 4. It's a walk. And that will load up the bases. So Carter Grunwald, the shortstop for Kindred, will step to the mound as we'll get a visit from Coach Dennis Carpenter of Hatton-Northwood. And bases loaded, no outs here in the bottom half of inning number 1. First two batters, Kylan Swenson and Graham Hess, both with the hit by pitch. And Sawyer Hess reaches on a walk. That's how we get to the bases loaded. No outs here for the Kindred Vikings. And Northwood, they went down in order in the top of the first. Corner infielders playing in here for Hatton-Northwood. Middle infielders playing regular depth. First pitch is inside to Grunwald, 1-0. Kindred looking to get on the scoreboard. First runs of this contest. 1-0 is a called strike, even it up at 1-1. Center fielder Brady Baumgarten now on deck for Kindred. As Housen sets and deals the 1-1 pitch. Up high, make it now 2-1. No outs, bases loaded here in the bottom of inning number 1. Here for Hatton-Northwood, or Kindred, Hatton-Northwood. In the field as that one is fouled back into the screen, and so strike, make it now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Big pitch here for Housen. See if he can get the first out while keeping the runners at bay. 2-2 pitch is popped up. That one in foul territory. And that one is off the glove of the third baseman, Holverson. It will be an error. And Grunwald able to stay alive. So we'll stay 2-2. Carter Grunwald will stay at the plate. As the 2-2 delivery. Outside, ball 3, and the count is full. Nowhere to put him for Carter Grunwald. See if that air doom's costly here for Hatton-Northwood. Foul back out of play. It'll stay a full count. Here in the bottom of the first. Still no outs in the inning. The set by Housen and the delivery outside for ball 4. And that will get our first run of the contest.
Number 1, Brady Baumgarten up to bat.
Is that one in the dirt? So the center fielder, Brady Baumgarten, at the plate. Base is still loaded. Kindred still looking for their first hit of the contest. That one's low. Make it now 2-0. Graham Hess at third. Sawyer Hess at second. Now Carter Grunwald at first. Occupying the bases for Hatton-Northwood. 2-0 pitch is inside. Make it now 3-0. Tyler Grunwald on deck for Kindred. 1 run in. The Vikings looking to tack onto it. 3-0 pitch is in the dirt. That's ball 4. It's a bases loaded walk, and Graham Hess will touch home plate. Double their lead now 2-0. So Graham Hess scores. Sawyer Hess goes to third. Carter Grunwald to second. Now Brady Baumgarten at first, and Tyler Grunwald to step in for Kindred. Two and 0. So the pitcher, Tyler Grunwald, at the plate at a 1-2-3 inning in the top half of the first. Townsend sets and delivers. That one skips in the dirt all the way to the backstop and play at the plate, and out is Sawyer Hess. Great job there by Braun. Great job by Housen, able to get to the bag, and so Hess is thrown out at home. Grunwald and Baumgarten will advance 90 feet. Now second and third with 1 out in the inning. 3-0 pitch is low for ball 4, and that will reload the bases. I'll bring up Eli Mack for Kindred, the first baseman. First pitch swing, and that one is popped up in the infield. Infield fly rule is in effect. However, making the catch at first baseman is Drew Iverson, and we're now 2 down. I'll bring up Jeremy Knight, the 8th batter. First pitch to Knight is inside for ball 1. So bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the first, 2 runs in for Kindred, looking to break it open here early. Which that one skips in the dirt all the way to the backstop and play at the plate. Safe sliding in is Carter Grunwald, and that will tack on to the Kindred lead. It'll now be 3-0. So Grunwald scores. Baumgarten now to third. Tyler Grunwald to second. And it's 2-0 tonight. Found back out of play. Make it now 2-1 to the Kindred right fielder. Second baseman Gabe Iverson on deck. Should Knight reach here in the bottom of the first. That one is low. Make it now 3-1. Kindred still looking for their first hit of the inning. Swung on and missed. Now that will make the count full at 3-2 to the Viking right fielder. 2 outs, runners at second and third in the bottom of the first. Kindred with a 3-0 lead. 3-2 pitch is outside for ball 4, and that will load the bases once again. 4th walk of the inning issued by Howson, and that will bring up the second baseman, the 9-spot hitter, Gabe Iverson for Kindred. Bases loaded once again. Outside for ball 1. One-zero pitch. Swinging that one, driven towards right field. That one will get down for a base hit. 1 run is in. Wave the second runner in. It is a 2-run single for Gabe Iverson. So give Iverson a couple RBIs. As Baumgarten and Gronwald will come around to score. Knight to third. And it's now a 5-0 lead for the Kindred Vikings. It looks like we'll have a pitching change. We'll get that for you when we return on YourLiveEvent.com.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customers satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
So Aiden Johnson will move from short. He'll step onto the mound here with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Enger then will come in from the outfield to play shortstop. And then so Alec Veer moves to center. Will Ness then moves to left. And then 27 for Kindred is now in the, or for Hatton-Northwood is now in the center field, which would be Blake Adams for the Thunder. As that one is a liner there by Kylan Swenson. That'll get a run home. And that will up the lead now. Make it now 6-0. And Swenson will bring Knight home. Iverson to second. And Swenson with the RBI single. Two outs. That'll bring Graham Hess to the plate. That one skips in the dirt. Runners will advance 90 feet now to second and third. So 6-0. Ram has hit by a pitch, run scored earlier on in this inning. It's a called strike. It's at now 1-1. As that one is fly towards center field, but able to camp underneath it and make the play is the center fielder, Veer, and that will do it for the inning. But Kindred able to get 6 runs on 2 hits. 1 error, they left 2 on, 1 complete. Kindred 6, Hatton-Northwood 0, yourliveevent.com.
Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
So back here, yourliveevent.com as we go to the top of the second. 6-0. And so, Northwood looking to answer here, try to get themselves on the scoreboard here in the top of the second. 4, 5, 6, Aiden Johnson, Drew Iverson, Brody Johnson, the due up for Hatton-Northwood. As again, Tyler Grunwald on the hill for Kindred here to begin the top of the second. So Johnson, starting as the shortstop, now is on the mound. First pitch to him, that one skips in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0. And Northwood went down in order. 1, 2, 3. 2 ground outs to the pitcher, and then a pop fly to the pitcher, as that one is grounder towards short, throw on to first, and the throw is wide, and having to leave the base was Mack. It will be an error, and the first base runner for Hatton-Northwood. So throwing error E6 by Carter Grunwald will put the first base runner on for the Thunder. So now Tyler Grunwald will have to work from the stretch. First pitch is a dribbler foul toward the Thunder bench for strike 1. So Brody Johnson, the second baseman, up for Hatton-Northwood. Holden Holverson on deck for the Thunder as a called strike. 0-2. As Grunwald sets, throw back to first, and sliding back in safely is Johnson. No outs, runner at first here in the top of the second. 0-2 is high. That one is off the glove of the catcher, Hess, and Johnson able to take second. So a runner in scoring position for the Thunder here in the top of the second. Grounder to third, able to knock it down, throw on to first, and that one is wide of the bag, as that will be another throwing error, and coming in to score is Johnson for the first run of the game, as Drew Iverson will advance to second.
And the follow-up number 3, Johnson.
So a couple of errors here for Kindred have put Hatton-Northwood on the scoreboard. 6-1. So I'll bring up Brody Johnson for Hatton-Northwood. Strike one. 0-1. Called strike, make it now 0-2. Holden Halverson for Hatton-Northwood on deck. That one is a ball. That one is off the glove of Hess, and Iverson able to get to third. Ball and 2 strikes to Brody Johnson of Hatton-Northwood. 1-2 pitch. Foul tip into the glove for strike 3, and it's a strikeout. First strikeout for Grunwald here this morning, and one away. So Holden Halverson for Hatton-Northwood to step in. First pitch swinging, grounder to third, able to knock it down, then throw on to first is not in time.
And a single for Halverson.
As Halverson gets an infield single.
Number 22, Tyson Zanzel to follow up.
Iverson will stay at third. And Tyson Danzel, the designated hitter for Hatton-Northwood. Bats in place of the catcher, Ronan Braun here. Runners at the corners with one out here in the second. First pitch swinging, popped into foul territory and diving for it, unable to make the grab, is Sawyer Hess. It will be strike one. Good effort, had it in the glove, just unable to survive, going to the ground. Pops out, and so Dan's able to get a second shot here. Oh, 1 is that one, and it gets him in the knee. It's a hit by a pitch, and that'll load up the bases. So Halverson will go to second. Danzel now in first.
Blake Adams up to bat.
As Blake Adams now. Well, bat in the 9 spot, replaced Sawyer Housen in the batting order. So he came into right field. Quickly 0-2 to Adams. Will Ness on deck for Hatton-Northwood. Corner infielders playing in. Middle infielders playing double play depth. Is that one inside as Adams will slide out of the way. 1-2. And tried to check his swing. Went around, and that will be a strikeout. For out number 2. Back to the top of the order at Will Ness. At the knees, a called strike. Ness 0 for 1 and ground out to the pitcher his first time up. That one is up high, evens it up 1-1. So bases loaded. Iverson at third, Halverson at second. Danzel at first here for the Thunder at the knees, and it's strike 2. Grunwald 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning, only giving up 1 run. Set and the delivery. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. As that will do it for Hatton-Northwood in the top of the second. 1 run on 1 hit. 2 errors, they left 3. We go to the bottom of the second. Kindred leads 6-1 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Sawyer Hess will lead it off for the Kindred Vikings here to begin the top half of inning number 2. Excuse me, the bottom half of inning number 2. As Aiden Johnson in for his first complete inning of work as it's a called strike. Sawyer has a walk, got thrown out, trying to advance to home on a wild pitch as it will be ball 4. Goes to the backstop. Has to run to first, but he'll stay there. So leadoff walk for Sawyer Hess will bring up Carter Grunwald. Four spot here, the shortstop for Kindred. Throw back to first. And Hess able to slide back in safely. So Johnson for Hatton-Northwood came in relief a third inning, got the final out in the bottom of the first. As a throwback to first, but Hess able to slide back in safely. Housens for the Thunder sees his line as 2/3 of an inning. Giving up 1 hit, 6 runs, all of them earned on with 5 walks. Throwback, but has able to slide back in safely once again. Count is still 1-0 to Carter Grunwald. One-0 delivery. Fakes the bunt runner going. Pitch is high for ball 1. Throw on to second. Not in time. It's a stolen base. So runner in scoring position as Sawyer S able to steal second. Count is 2-0 to Grunwald. As that one is lined towards left field, but able to get under it and make the catch is Ness for out number 1.
Number 1, Brady Baumgarten.
So 1 out. That'll bring up center fielder Brady Baumgarten. Go back to seconds. That one is off the glove of Brody Johnson into shallow center field. And us will take third. Pickoff attempt there from Johnson off the glove of Brody Johnson into center field. And so a runner 90 feet away from home plate. Pitch is inside for ball one. Baumgarten, the center fielder, a walk. His first time up, came around to score. Pickoff attempt to third, and has able to slide in safely. Ball and no strikes. Called strike now, make it 1-1. Tyler Grunwald on deck for the Vikings. Called strike now, make it 1-2. 1-2 pitch. That is strike three. Got him looking for out number two. And I'll bring up the pitcher, Tyler Grunwald, to try to help his cause tack on to the lead here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. First pitch to him is a called strike. 0-1. Grunwald reached base his first time up, came around to score. Outside, 2-1. Look to third now, the delivery, and that one is high. Make it 3-1. 2 outs, runner at third. That is Sawyer Hess, who led off the inning with a walk. Advance to second on a stolen base, then to third on an error on a pickoff attempt. Throwback to third, but Hess able to slide back in safely. Called strike, make the count full now at 3-2. So a full count. Eli Mack on deck for the Vikings. But strike three, back-to-back strikeouts ends the inning for Aiden Johnson. So for the Vikings, no runs, no hits, 1 error. They left 1 on base to complete. Here on the Bank North scoreboard, it is Kindred 6, Hatton-Northwood 1 on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
We go to the top half of inning number 3 here on YourLiveEvent.com. As 6-1, Kindred with the lead. They got all 6 runs in the bottom of the first. Hatton-Northwood able to come back, make Kindred pay on a couple of errors they got on the scoreboard, but they trail 6-1. As Tyler Grunwald, a good job, able to get out of a bases loaded jam. They're in inning number 2. As Weston Enger will step in for Hatton-Northwood. First pitch, a ball. 1-0. Enger started as the center fielder and came into the shortstop. As this one, a little floater. That one will get down for a base hit into shallow center field. As Enger will get the leadoff single. Second hit of the contest for Hatton-Northwood. That'll bring up Alec Veer for Hatton-Northwood. First pitch swinging, that one liner to second. Cobb throw on to first. It's a double play. Gabe Iverson able to catch the liner, then throw on to Mack. One pitch, 2 outs, and the base is empty. I'll bring up Aiden Johnson for Hatton-Northwood. Started as the shortstop, now is on the hill for the Thunder. That one skips in the dirt. For ball 1. 1-0. Low for ball 2. So Johnson led off the second inning, reached on an error, came around to score a lone run for Hatton-Northwood so far this morning. Foul back, make it now 2-1. Again, this game 1 of 5 today. Hatton-Northwood will stay on the field for the 12-15 game as they will take on the Oaks Tornadoes. Kindred, this their lone game here today. In the dirt, bounces to the backstop, 3-1. Again, we'll have all 5 games for you here from Hendrickson Field in Enderlin. 3-1 is in the dirt. It's ball 4. It's a walk.
Now to bat number 21, Drew Iverson.
That'll bring up Drew Iverson for Hatton-Northwood. First pitch to Iverson, swinging, grounder to shortstop, throw on to first, and in time, Grunwald to Mack, and that will retire the side for Hatton-Northwood. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. They left 1 on base. We go to the bottom of the 3rd on the Bank North scoreboard. Kindred 6, Hatton-Northwood 1, yourliveevent.com.
You don't have to go alone. I will bring you through the storm. I will lift you up. No, you're not on your own. I will be the light that carries you through the storm. I will lift you up.
The Northern Cast Booster Club is here for all Jaguar students from academics, arts, athletics, and co-curricular activities throughout the school year. You can find more information or become a Northern Cast Booster Club member today by scanning the QR code on screen now or follow the Northern Cast Booster Club on Facebook for updates throughout the year, or simply search for the Northern Cast Booster Club page on the Northern Cast School website. Go Jags!
So go to the bottom of the 3rd. And so Aiden Johnson back for his second full inning of work. Inning and 3rd is not so surrendered a hit. Gave up one walk.
For the Vikings, number 14, Eli Mack.
So I'll bring up the 7-spot hitter, Eli Mack, for Kindred. First pitch to him is a called strike. 0-1. Mack 0 for 1. Popped out to the pitcher his first time up in the dirt. Makes it now 1-1. Here's we bat, bottom of the third. Base is empty, no outs. Grounder down the third base line. That one will veer foul. And it will be strike 2. So ball and 2 strikes to Eli Mack. Jeremy Knight on deck for the Vikings. 1-2 pitch. Half swing, but able to make contact. That one down the right field line. It will fall down for a single.
That'll be a single for Mack.
So Mack with the single.
Number 17, Jeremy Knight.
I'll bring up Jeremy Knight after the leadoff single. Knight, the right fielder. Left-handed batter for Kindred. Long look, and now a throwback to first by Johnson, but Mack able to slide back in safely. Knight walked his first time up in the first inning, came around to score the 6th run of that inning. Ball 1-0 to the Viking right fielder. Gabe Iverson on deck. At the knees, a called strike, evens it up 1-1. Throw back to first. Slide in safely is Mack. Ball and a strike. 1-1 delivery is outside. Make it now 2-1. Both teams looking to pick up their first victory of the weekend, as that one is foul. That'll be strike 2. Hatton-Northwood fell to the Hankinson Co-op Ball-Stars 6-4. Kindred fell to Hillsborough Central Valley 11-9. Yesterday, as we'll get a strikeout.
And now to the plate, number 8, Gabe Iverson.
So Mack will stay at first as the third strikeout for Aiden Johnson here this morning. I'll bring up Gabe Iverson. Swung on a miss for strike 1. Iverson, a 2-run single his first time up. Came around to third, was stranded there. 0-2 quickly to the Viking second baseman. Inside, make it now a ball and 2 strikes. Mack at first for the Vikings. As that one fouled, able to stay alive. It'll stay 1-2. Back to the top of the order, Kylan Swenson on deck for. That one is lined towards center field. That one will fall down for a base hit. It will be a single as Mack had to stay close to the bag. Only advances to second, but it is a single for Iverson, his second hit. Runners at second or first and second. As a called strike as a pinch hitter, number 12, Jonah Larson. For Kindred, ball and 2 strikes. So bat in place of the leadoff hitter, Kylan Swenson. Inside now, 2-2. Bottom of the third, 1 out. Runners at first and second, has fouled into the Viking dugout underneath us. It'll stay 2-2. Two-two pitch, just a bit high, and outrun the count full at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning. And 2 away.
Now to the plate, number 4, Graham Hess.
And so Graham Hess will step to the plate with 2 outs and 2 runners on. First pitch, a called strike. Hess 0 for 1, hit by a pitch and a run scored in the first inning, then a fly out to center to end inning number 1. Up high, ball and a strike. Mack at second, Iverson at first for the Vikings as Johnson will step off. Take a look at second. Sets, fires, and that one is fly towards center field, and able to make the catch is Ness, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. They left 2 on base, 3 complete on the Bank North scoreboard. Kindred 6, Hatton-Northwood 1 on yourliveevent.com.
Are you upgrading or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 201 Main Street, Hunter.
We go to the top of the 4th. As Tyler Grunwald back on the mound for his 4th inning of work here. He's given up 1 run. It was unearned through his first 3 innings. He's given up 2 hits, walked 1, and hit 1 so far through 3 innings. So Brody Johnson will lead off for Hatton-Northwood. As that one is in the dirt for ball 1. Johnson 0 for 1, struck out in the second, his first time up. as that one hits him. Hit by a pitch, and the leadoff man is on.
Now to bat, number 6, Holden Halverson.
So Holden Halverson will step in for Hatton-Northwood. First pitch to him. That one is in the dirt. It skips to the backstop. And Johnson will go to second. Halverson 1 for 1, a single. Got as far as second, was left there in the second inning. As that one in the dirt pops up, throw on to third. And able to get to third as Johnson gets away into the outfield. But Larson, though, able to back it up, keep the runner. So 2 balls, no strikes. So Holden Halverson of Hatton-Northwood, third baseman for the Thunder. Pitch on his way, grounder, that one off the glove of the pitcher. On to second, throw on to first. Iverson to Mack, but it will be an RBI ground out as Johnson able to come around to score. So 1-4-3 on the putout. It's an RBI. And it's now 6-2. So Tyson Danzel will step in. He sees ball 1. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Ground ball, second base, and unable to track it down is Iverson, and it's a single.
Number 27, Blake Adams, to follow up.
So Danzel, he's reached base both times, hit by a pitch, and now a single. As 27, Blake Adams will step in. First pitch in the dirt. Good job there by Hess. Able to stop, able to get in front of it, deaden it, keep the runner at bay. As we just passed the 1 hour mark of this contest, started at 10:26. Again, 90 minutes, 5 innings, whichever one comes first. 2-0. Adams 0 for 1, struck out in the second. Pitch is high. Three balls, no strikes. That one is in the infield. Tough play from short, no throw. As there'll be an infield single. So Blake Adams gets the infield single. Danzel the second. Is that one just a soft grounder? Grunwald had to go a long way from short. Would have been a tough throw. Decided to just eat it instead. Not try to risk a throwing error. So runners at first and second with 2 outs, or with 1 out, excuse me. And we're back to the top of the order with Will Ness. Ball and no strikes. 1-0 pitch is a called strike. Now make it 1-1. Ness 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout his first 2 times up. That one is lined towards left field. It hops, and they'll get the force out at third. As Danzel had to play it close, as that one went right to Larson. Able to then throw it on to third. So the 7-5 fielder's choice. As Danzel is out, Adams will go to second, and now Ness will occupy first. 2 down. 1 strike to Weston Anger, the center fielder. That one is a dribbler foul. 0-2. Pitch. Swung on towards center field. That one will get down for a base hit. They're going to wave in the runner rounding third. It will be no play at the plate. It's an RBI single for Weston Anger. So Adams comes around to score. Ness will go to second. Now it's 6-3. So tying run at the plate here for Hatton-Northwood. As that'll bring up Alec Veer. He'll take ball 1. 2 outs, first and second. Two 2-0. Veer 0 for 2, a grounder to the pitcher, and then a liner was part of a double play. And swinging to third, he'll throw on to first in time. As Hess on to Mack, that will retire the side, but it is 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors. They left 2. We go to the bottom of the 4th on the Bank North scoreboard. Kindred 6, Hatton-Northwood 3, yourliveevent.com.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customers satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
So bottom of the 4th now as we move to here on yourliveevent.com. 6-3. In favor of Kindred. As Aiden Johnson back on the hill for his third full inning of work. 2 1/3, 3 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. Given up by Johnson. Here's we're at about the hour and 8 minute mark now. Again, 90 minutes, 5 innings, whichever one comes first. As Sawyer Hess will lead it off. As fouled back out of play, a ball and a strike. Hess reached base twice, both times walks, both times got as far as third. No run scored. Grounder, shortstop, throw on to first, and not in time. Hess able to beat it out with the infield single. Anger on to Johnson, just not in time. And so Sawyer Hess, the infield single, and the leadoff runner on for the Vikings here in the bottom half of the 4th. Throw on to first, and Hess able to slide back in safely. As we'll get time called. Again, Hatton-Northwood will stay on the field, the Oaks be in the next contest. That one is fouled down the first base line. It will get out of play for strike one. So Carter Grunwald, the shortstop for Kindred. 0 for 1, a walk and a run scored, an RBI walk in the first inning, then lined out to left field in the second. Throw back to first and able to get back in safe as that one gets away from the first baseman Iverson, but not far enough away. And so Hess will just stay at first. 0-1. Pitch is outside, runner going. As Braun unable to get a clean grip on the transition from the glove to the hand. And so Hess will take second. Ball and a strike. As a bunt, throw on to third as miscommunication there. As Halverson wasn't looking for the baseball, and so it will be a throwing error. And coming around to score is Hess. So Grunwald looking for the sacrifice. It'll be in E1. And Hess comes around to score. Make it now 7-3. As we get a courtesy runner here. Pinch runner, that's number 1. As in the dirt. That's Jackson Schleiman. The pinch runner. He'll go on to third. It's Brady Baumgarten at the plate. 2-1. Center fielder 0 for 1. Reached on a walk, a run scored in the first, then struck out in the second. Called strike. 2-2. Inside, run the count full at 3-2. Runner at third. No outs, a 7-3 Viking lead. As grounder to third base. Good diving stop throw on to first in time. As Halverson on to Iverson. 5-3 on the putout. And one away. Looks like we'll get a mound visit and a pitching change. We'll get that for you when we return. Bottom of the fourth, Kindred leads 7-3 on YourLiveEvent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Back here, yourliveevent.com, as 27, Blake Adams will now be the pitcher. As we'll see, as it looks like Johnson's going back to shortstop. And the infielders will go back to their original position. So now Will Ness is back in right field. Veer is now in center field. Or Veer is now in left field. As a center fielder, so ball and a strike. As Tyler Grunwald in the batter's box. 2 balls and a strike. Sedum sets and delivers. 3-1. Eli Mack on deck. Up high for ball 4.
And now to the plate, number 14,
So it's a walk.
Eli Mack.
So the runner's at the corners. That'll bring up Eli Mack. (7-3) the score, the lead. As Mack fakes a bunt. Pulls it back, takes a strike. And Grunwald will steal second. Mack 1 for 2. Pump out in the first, single in the third, was stranded at second. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Quickly now 0-2 to the Viking first baseman. He'll get a piece of it, fouls it back into the screen. Count will stay 0-2. In the dirt. 1-2. Jeremy Knight on deck for Kindred. Up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch, able to stay alive, fouls it back above us. Out of play towards the road. And it'll stay 2-2. Runners at second and third. That one is flied into shallow right field. Coming on and making the catch is Ness.
Now the bat, number 17, Jeremy Knight.
And so 2 away. Runners will stay put. So Jeremy Knight will step in. First pitch is up high for ball 1. Knight, the 8-spot hitter, 0 for 1. Walk and a run scored in the first, then struck out in the third. Ball and a strike. 2 outs. Gabe Iverson on deck for Kindred. That one is in the dirt. Getting a piece of it was Braun. Runners will stay put. 2 balls and a strike. As swung on, grounder to second, throw on to first. Johnson to Iverson as that will retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit. 1 error. They left 2 for complete on the Bank North scoreboard. Kindred 7, Hatton-Northwood 3 on yourliveevent.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
So an hour 20, they will call it. That will be the game as the Kindred Vikings will pick up the victory. Your final on the Bank North scoreboard is Kindred 7, Hatton-Northwood 3. We'll take a break. We'll recap and we return on yourliveevent.com.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
All right, back here, yourliveevent.com. We'll get you some of our post-game awards here. 7-3 is your final. Kindred, they get 6 runs in the bottom of the first. Then they tack on 1 more in the bottom of the fourth. 3 runs for Hatton-Northwood. They scored a run apiece. They scored 1 in the second and 2 in the fourth. Let's get you our awards here. We'll start with our Legacy Precision Egg play of the game. We'll get that to the number 9 spot hitter for Kindred, Gabe Iverson. He had a 2-run single there in the bottom of the first to try to really break open the contest there. The 2-run single in the first inning. That is your Legacy Precision Egg play of the game online at planterdoc.com. Legacy Precision Egg in Hillsborough, your local precision planting dealer. We'll move on to our Enbridge Energy player of the game, as we'll give that to the pitcher here for Kindred. Tyler Grunwald will pick up the victory here, going 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, on 5 hits, walked a pair, also hit a batter, but able to get the victory there for Kindred. Tyler Grunwald is your Enbridge Energy player of the game. Life takes energy, Enbridge Energy for life, enbridge.com for career opportunities. As we'll get you our final stats here. Will Ness 0 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice. This for Hatton-Northwood, the Thunder in the batting. Weston Anger will finish 2 for 3, a couple of singles. Alec Veer 0 for 3. Aiden Johnson 0 for 1 officially, reached on an air, came around to score, also reached base on a walk. Drew Iverson 0 for 2, reached on an air. Brody Johnson 0 for 1, but was hit by a pitch and a run scored. Holden Overson 1 for 1, a single in the second, then an RBI ground out in the fourth. Tyson Danzel, he finished 1 for 1, a single and a hit by a pitch, reaching base twice. And Blake Adams 1 for 2, a single and a run scored. Pitching wise, Sawyer Housen, he went 2/3 of an inning. He'll pick up the loss, giving up or responsible for those 6 runs. Then it was Aiden Johnson coming in for the bulk of the game. He went 2 2/3, responsible for 1 run, and then Blake Adams came in for the final 2/3 of an inning, gave up no runs. For the Kindred Vikings, Kylan Swenson, he went 1 for 1, hit by a pitch, single, was then relieved, or then Jonah Larson came in. He struck out his lone plate appearance. Graham Hess 0 for 1, hit by a pitch and a run scored. Sawyer Hess 1 for 1, a single, 2 walks, a stolen base, and a run scored. Carter Grunwald will finish 0 for 2, reached on an air, also a walk and a run scored. That walk was an RBI walk. Brady Bumgarden 0 for 1, 0 for 2, but an RBI walk and a run scored. Tyler Grunwald 0 for 1, a walk, hit by a pitch, and a run scored. Eli Mack 1 for 3, a single. Jeremy Knight in right field, walk and a run scored. And Gabe Iverson 2 for 2, couple singles, including a 2 RBI single. On the mound the entire way, it was Tyler Grunwald. He goes all 4 innings. Again, gave up those 3 runs, but does pick up the victory, as that is your final stats here on yourliveevent.com. That will do it for game number 1. In just a few moments on a separate stream right here on yourliveevent.com, it will be game number 2, which is Hatton-Northwood and Oaks. That is coming up, so stay tuned all day long for coverage of the Enderlin Baseball Classic right here on yourliveevent.com.